What if the ghost haunting you wasn't a specter from the past, but a perfect digital replica? My Dead Friend Zoe begins not with a jump scare, but with a quiet, devastating question posed by our own technology. It's a film that understands the modern haunting is no longer a gothic castle, but a smartphone screen glowing in the dark. Directed by Hausmann-Stokes and premiering at Sundance 2024, the film follows veteran Mercy, played with raw vulnerability by Sonequa Martin Green. She's grappling with survivors' guilt and PTSD when she's given access to an experimental AI therapy tool. This tool, Zoe, is a conversational AI trained on the digital footprint of her fallen best friend and fellow soldier. It's not a resurrection, but a reflection, a ghost composed entirely of data points, texts, and social media posts. The film's production history is deeply intertwined with its themes. Director Hausmann-Stokes is himself an Army veteran, and the project germinated from his own experiences and observations of how his generation processes loss. It was developed through the Veterans in Film and Television program, ensuring an authentic backbone to Mercy's journey. This isn't a story imagined from the outside looking in. It's crafted from the inside, looking out at a world where memory has become externalized. Cinematographer Stephen Halloran, known for his work on Searching, employs a visual language that mirrors the film's central conflict. Scenes with the living are often handheld, slightly shaky, imbued with the anxiety of the present. In contrast, Mercy's interactions with the AI Zoe often occur in sterile, static frames, clean compositions that feel digital, safe, and eerily controlled. The color palette drains from the warm, messy tones of reality into the cool blues of the interface. The brilliance of the film lies in its refusal to make the AI a villain or a savior, voiced by a hauntingly familiar, yet artificially flat Natalie Morales through archival voice synthesis and new performance. Zoe is a tool. It's a mirror that can only reflect what was given to it. It has Zoe's humor, her cadence, her memories, but it lacks her soul, the unquantifiable spark that existed between the data points. This creates the film's core tension, the human need for connection versus the hollow satisfaction of a perfect simulation. Morgan Freeman's role as Dr. Lewis, the creator of the therapy program, is crucial. He is not a mad scientist, but a weary, compassionate man who understands the ethical abyss he's peering into. His scenes with Mercy are less about exposition and more about two people acknowledging a new, unsettling frontier of grief. He represents the hope that technology can heal, while the narrative slowly reveals the cost of that potential healing. The film dissects the modern archive of self. Zoe's AI is built from her digital dust, Instagram captions, text message histories, voice memos. My Dead Friend Zoe asks what version of ourselves we are curating for posterity. Is the Zoe that Mercy talks to the real Zoe, or merely Zoe's most performative social self? The film suggests our online personas are becoming our modern-day tombs, mausoleums of likes and shares, that others visit to remember us. This leads to the central theme of performative grief versus private mourning. Mercy's sessions with the AI are initially a private ritual, yet as she becomes dependent, the line blurs. Is she honoring her friend, or is she using this tool to avoid the harder, messier work of moving through loss? The film cleverly uses the AI's limitations, its inability to truly innovate beyond its training data, as a metaphor for the stagnation of unresolved grief. The screenplay, by Hausmann-Stokes and A.J. Bermudez, avoids easy sci-fi tropes. There's no rogue AI, no system malfunction in a dramatic sense. The danger is psychological and deeply human. The most terrifying moment isn't a glitch, it's when the AI perfectly replicates a private joke, making Mercy laugh through tears. It's in that success that the profound loneliness of the situation crystallizes. She is laughing with a memory, not a person. Sonequa Martin Green's performance is a masterclass in internalized trauma. She communicates Mercy's veteran experience not through grand monologues, but through a hypervigilant body language that never fully relaxes, and eyes that hold a universe of pain she can't articulate. Her journey isn't about beating her PTSD, but about learning to integrate her loss into her life, rather than trying to converse with its digital echo. The film also serves as a subtle commentary on therapeutic culture and technological solutions. The AI program is presented as a cutting-edge Department of Veterans Affairs approved tool. It's bureaucracy's answer to the bottomless pit of trauma. My Dead Friend Zoe doesn't dismiss such tools, but it questions whether sanitized, algorithmic interactions can ever address the chaotic, irrational, and uniquely human experience of mourning. In its atmospheric sound design, the hum of servers and the soft chime of notifications become part of the score, blending with a somber, minimalist piano composition. The soundscape itself tells us we are in a world where the natural and the digital are inseparable, where the buzz of a data center can be the backdrop for a heartbreaking... The climax of the film is not an action set piece, but a decision. Faced with the AI's impending shutdown for an upgrade, a death of the digital ghost, Mercy must choose. Does she archive the conversations, clinging to the logs as new relics, or does she engage in a final, imperfect, and truly human act of letting go? The choice she makes redefines what carrying someone with you can mean. My Dead Friend Zoe concludes on a note of quiet, hard-won ambiguity. Mercy isn't cured, the ghost isn't exorcised. Instead, the digital phantom is acknowledged for what it always was, a complex, useful, and ultimately inadequate placeholder. She walks away from the screen, not into a sunny, grief-free future, but into the messy, unscripted reality where memory lives, not in the cloud, but in the quiet spaces between thoughts. The film's lasting insight is that in seeking to preserve ourselves digitally, we may be creating ghosts for our loved ones to manage. It suggests that perhaps the healthiest relationship with the digital afterlife is not to live within it, but to visit occasionally, and to always return to the unprogrammable, unpredictable world of the living. In an age of deepfakes and large language models, My Dead Friend Zoe is a profoundly humanist and urgently relevant ghost story for the 21st century, reminding us that while data can replicate a voice, only we can hold the silence that follows. Thank you for watching until the end. We pour our passion into every single video essay, exploring the stories behind the movies we all love. If you stumbled upon this video by chance, there is a very high probability you might never see our channel again in your feed. So please, take a moment to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and ring the bell. We are actively growing this community of cinema lovers, and your support is what helps us make our content better and more insightful every single day. Let's explore the magic of filmmaking together. See you in the next one,